So if you're buying, fixing up and selling houses or even holding houses, it's always good to see what other investors are doing in different markets. So right now I'm in Connecticut, Waterbury, Connecticut, and I'm gonna be taking you to some properties, but guess what? They're not my houses, they're Welby's houses.
What's up, y'all?
Let's do this. All right, Roundup, it's Kris Haskins with the realestateroundup.com. My mission and ministry is to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing and entrepreneurship. So I'm here in Connecticut, actually giving a speech with my boy, Welby. It's an honor to hang out with you today, my friend.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Yes, so we're here actually doing some training in another city. Can I say the city, Welby?
Oh, no, you can say the city. We're in Hartford, Connecticut right now, so me and Kris is actually starring in, we're leading what we could call that?
Real estate training, yeah.
Real estate training, and we're going to be educating the people on the processes of what I do and also what Kris does. So we're here to teach the people and give the people some real estate game.
Yes, game. So while I was here, I'm like, Welby, you got properties here? I wanted to go to them and I wanted to show you what exactly does Welby do. He's been in the business. Welby, for my Roundup homies that don't actually know who you are, what you do, tell them a little bit about your background.
Well, I started out in 2004 when the subprime mortgage was going crazy. That's when I started buying real estate. So I flip a lot of houses. I'm known for flipping a lot of houses, but my goal for flipping houses is to build up capital so that I can utilize that capital to then buy rental properties by putting a significant amount of down payment down on the rental property. Yes. So we all know as investors that the long-term play is cash flow. Yes. So I want to position myself as best as possible that my properties cash flow significantly well and that the cash flow would then help to reimburse me or repay me back what my initial cost of acquiring the property was. So that's the gist of what I like teaching people and showing people.
Hold on, Welby, you telling me I just shouldn't go out here and I can't borrow 100% of every acquisition that I buy?
Well, I mean, I know that that's the narrative that's put out to people, and people sell that to you. But what I'd love to ask your audience, if you could maybe ask your audience, how many of you guys with limited to no experience have had good results going out there with literally none of their own money? What's the percentage? So we both know that percentage is pretty much slim to none.
It was me. It was me in 2004.
That was me too. So the fact of the matter in real estate is that you need money to invest in real estate. The trick and the play in real estate is that it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be your money, but it has to come from somewhere. Gotcha. I wasn't born rich. Thank God I'm doing extremely well today, but I wasn't born rich. I didn't have a rich uncle. I didn't hit the lottery. I wasn't in the streets dealing illegal substances so I could build up money. I wasn't scamming. All I knew what to do was to just grind and hustle and work. Sweet. So that's what I did. So I had to figure out a way to be able to build up the capital faster so that I can then start scaling. So that's what I did. So
what brings us here to, what is the name of the city?
Waterbury, Connecticut.
Waterbury, this is what I'm seeing, y'all. I want y'all to see this. This is where we're going. Why are you in Waterbury? Why not here or Hartford or Stanford or Bristol or whatever?
Well, Waterbury is just one of the cities that I'm investing in. I have a bunch of properties all over, but Waterbury is a core city. I love the city. Great opportunity. I'd even say it's a landlord's heaven. Tons of opportunities for rentals, but it's not just because it's a rental community, pretty much, or a rental city. But everything is about the numbers, so it really doesn't matter if it's Waterbury. I also do business in Bristol. I do business in New Britain. I'm all over Connecticut. But everything is about the numbers, and if you can actually find the proper deals, which is what I focus on, the goal is to be able to net, which is important. I want to be clear: net cash flow positive, significant, so that it's worth the investment and the time and the energy that you're putting into it.
Well, but do you think it's a certain energy, a certain aspect, perspective, and even something that electrifies you by putting money into a deal? Activates you?
Well, one, when you're putting skin in the game, real skin in the game, I think that it does something to your psyche that you really want to do your due diligence, because you're gambling, or you're putting up risk a significant amount of money that you worked hard for.
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
As far as also the importance of putting money is because when you're putting money, you get to be putting yourself in the best position in regards to the terms that you'll be getting from the funding source, i.e. the mortgage lender that you're using. You want to be able to get the best terms possible as far as the interest rates, the points that you're going to be paying. So when you have your money involved in it, yes. I think that, I mean, it puts you in the best position possible. So it's important.
Huge difference. And I want to just ask Welby, my thing is, why would even I'm looking at myself back in the day, why would I have the audacity to ask the universe or somebody else to finance all of my hopes, dreams, and aspirations? Why do people think that that's what's going to happen?
Because it's a selling ploy to the community. So if you're a man or a woman, whomever, you're struggling, or you're in a financial bind.
Oh, a selling point, try to sell products.
It's a selling point, and that's just what it is, because like you said, logically, forget about you and I. Forget about
principles of the universe.
Yeah, just forget about you and I. Logically, forget about real estate.
Yeah,
logically,
that's a good
anything.
point,
somebody comes to you and says to you, I would like you to invest in this situation, whatever it may be.
Whatever it is.
And I want you to believe in this. And I
cars.
want you to put up all the money.
Yeah, it makes no sense, man.
Would you do it? Yeah. And the logical sense for people, most people pretty much would say no. So now just think about this now when you're looking at it, when you're dealing within real estate.
Yep.
If you're talking about even, for example, private money or hard money or whatever lending source, why would that bank trust you to allow you to take hundreds of thousands of dollars in many cases, and with limited experience, and then say, we're going to trust you with these hundreds of thousands of dollars to acquire these supposed assets, and for you to then return us back our principal balance plus the interest, and it being a happy situation for everybody?
Basically.
Who would do that?
I just want my round-uppers to hear from you, because I always say, look, I love putting money in the game. I'm like, what? I look for places to put money. I'm like, okay, you got a property? Let's do it. I got my 20, 30%, whatever it is.
I have people that throw money at me. I have private lenders. I have private lenders that have millions and millions of dollars, and they want their money to work. And don't get me wrong, I got my own money too. But I learned the art of leveraging money. I learned the art of leveraging money. And then the deals that are being presented to them, I learned the art of identifying and negotiating a deal. So then when I do have a legitimate deal, so if I have a property that I was able to purchase at 50 cents on the dollar, and for those that think that those properties aren't out there, I'm actually going to take Kris to see one of them today.
They're everywhere.
So if I then now present that to a private lender, that private lender is going to give me that money, because his money is secured in a property that's worth considerably more than what he gave up to me in principal. And then because I have a track record of showing me acquiring these properties, renovating these properties to sell, regardless if it's a flip or if it's a buy and hold, that the risk factor is managed effectively, that they feel confident that the cash flow is going to be significant, or even the return on the flip is going to be significant, that's worth the risk.
Okay, so I could talk to Welby all day about real estate. I mean, obviously you see that, but let's get to this first property. I want you to see the neighborhood and all that stuff. Let's do it, Well.
Let's do it, man. If you look here, you're going to see it all boarded up. They just finished closing this place up. This was like...
What is this right here, a project?
This is like their project. But you see how the windows and doors open? And stuff, you see it's all boarded up?
There's still people in some of them?
Yeah, but they all getting kicked out.
Oh, they tearing the hood down like everywhere.
It down. You see, look, you see the guys on to your left?
Yeah.
You see the guys who they see?
Yeah, I don't want to do no camera over that shit.
Wow, you see this building here?
Don't record the homies.
Oh, this is empty.
Oh, they tearing them down too?
This has been empty since I've been out here. This has been empty. See over there? Look over there. See over there?
Oh yeah, it's the hood. They're doing this all around the country, dog.
I'm trying to buy this shit. Now this is going up to the hill to go to my building. Now look, this is all rentals.
Okay.
All this is rentals. All rentals. 3 families. All this is money, bro.
Wow.
Big money. Yo, bro, the people don't even understand. This is all big money.
What do you mean money? Rental property, you mean?
Rental properties,
Income?
heavy cash flow.
Cash flow.
All right, the properties over here in value have shot up like 70%.
Look at these properties on this mountain, man.
You see, all these multi-units.
Wow, I bet it's a nice view right there. So tell me about the one we're going to right now, Welby.
This is a 3-family that I've converted to a 4-family.
Okay.
All right, all this. This is all rentals. This is all rentals. You're gonna see my building coming up right there to your left. You're gonna see.
To the left?
Right there, the brick one right there in front of you. That's
true. Okay. Why wouldn't somebody else have a 4-family? What?
I was able to convert it to a 4-family.
Oh, because of that door thing? Tell me why.
Right here, you see here? See that apartment there, and that's the basement?
Yeah.
But it's street level. So I was able to get it to be a 4-family.
Okay.
That's how I was able to do that. Yeah.
Why a lot of homies just hanging out, Will?
Welcome to, So this property right now, the mortgage on it, taxes and insurance and all, is approximately $1,200. This building right now is producing, on the first floor, I'm getting $1,300. The second floor, I'm getting another $1,300. The third floor, I'm getting $1,550.
Wow.
And on the fourth floor, I'm going to get $1,700. So this property in itself is doing about $4,000 in net income per month.
So $1,200 payment, is that taxes and insurance?
That's taxes and insurance. So one apartment actually covers all expenses and gives me $100 net cash flow.
Sweet.
And then the other 3 apartments is 100% profit.
Sweet.
But the only way that I was able to be done is because of how I buy my properties. I'm only looking for properties that are distressed and or underperforming.
Gotcha.
So when I'm looking at properties I can add value to.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
most people that would have bought this property here, they would have paid top dollar for the property. They wouldn't have had no way of adding value to the property. So by the time they finish going through their process, their cash flow on this same property maybe would be $800 to $1,000 for the same property. Whenever I'm looking at a property, I'm only looking at distressed and or. So hopefully both, and or underperforming. So when I bought this property, at the time when I bought it, I knew it would be worth about $300,000 when I finished completing the renovating. I bought it for $120,000. With 20% down at the time, I put down $30,000, and then because I have a team of people, it cost me roughly $35,000 to renovate the property beautifully. I don't cut corners, beautifully. So I'm into the property all in about $65,000. As we spoke earlier, this property is net cash flowing me over $4,000 a month.
Gotcha.
$4,000 a month is about $50,000 a year is what I'm making off of this building alone.
Got it.
$50,000 a year, which means I'll be able to recoup back my initial investment in approximately 14 to 18 months. So now I've owned this building several years now. I haven't had none of my own money in this property in years. So this is what you call your infinite return. Mm-hmm. None of my money's tied up in this property, and every month this property puts in my pocket $4,000 every single month.
All right.
To your right?
Yeah. They got solar on a rental?
Yeah, that's a private house right there.
Oh, okay.
That's my building right here too.
Looks good and square. Welby, what is your opinion about having the building take up a lot of the land? Not having a big yard to cut.
Well, it doesn't matter to me.
Doesn't matter?
You know.
So give me what are the numbers on this one, regarding purchase price?
So this building over here, I bought this building with private money. So I actually was able to buy this property with none of my own money out of pocket. So I actually used private money to buy this property. At the time when I bought the property, I paid $240,000 for the property, but the property was worth before I put my source on it or before I put my work on it. I know I was going to be able to have this property be worth about $425,000. So I was able to get private money to give me the money. That goes back from experience because the private money lender knew that the money that they were giving me for the property, this property had at least 45% worth of equity
built in
built in from the property that I was buying. So I bought the property. I bought it distressed.
Yep.
Once again, I bought it, and it was all underperforming. So the previous rent on this property was $600 per month. So by the time I bought the property, and as you can see, it looks good now, but it didn't look good like this 3 months ago.
You paid what? What's
now
the
I
purchase
was
price?
able to, now the same apartments that were being rented for $600, I'm getting $1,250 a month for the same property.
Sweet.
So I was able to buy this with no money because of the experience that I have. I have a track record to show the private money lenders. I presented them the deal. They gave me the entire money to buy the property. After I finished renovating the property, that's what I came out of pocket with, which I have a team to do. It cost me minimal to fix it. Then I was able to go to a conventional bank, and the conventional bank gave me the $240,000 plus the closing costs of what it cost me to get the regular 30-year mortgage. Then I
refinanced your private lenders out?
Correct. Then I paid back the private money lender, and now this building right now is netting me about $3,000 per month. So just between the two properties that we saw, which is not even a half a mile away, just between the two of them, I'm doing about $7,000 in net income per month just between those two properties alone.
That's cool.
And then just between those two properties alone, in value, I have, I'm gonna say a little over $800,000 in value, in real estate value, but with a debt of just under let me make sure, 240 plus that, just under 350,000 roughly.
Can you give us some before pictures, Welby, on here? I can show, I can flash.
I have
the exterior?
Yeah, maybe one or two.
Okay.
Where it used to be white, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
People living on these mountains. I actually like mountain life, but I don't know if I want to live here though.
So right here to your left, right here. So I like to do my color schemes. If you notice, a lot of my properties, their color schemes are similar.
Yeah, the white trim.
With the white trim, with
skirt.
the bluish, grayish color. So most of my properties, that's how they are with that type of color scheme.
How about paint inside, Welby? Are you doing the same paint all the way around?
But yeah, I do that gray tone.
Agreeable gray. Everybody
The gray tone.
So what's the story on this one regarding numbers?
This property here.
You good? You mic'd up? You can talk.
Okay. This property here was actually in really, really bad condition when I bought it. So when I bought this property, believe it or not, when you start doing enough work in an environment, you already know how much a property could be worth to you when you do enough properties. So
Yep.
even if you buy them in its worst condition, you understand when you put the work into the property, it's gonna be valued at some significant amount of money. So this property, when I bought it, I paid $113,000 for this property.
Damn, what year was that?
I bought this one, if I remember correctly, in 2019.
Oh, that's just recently.
Yeah.
130,000.
Yeah, I paid $113,000.
113. Okay.
So I paid $113,000 for it, and I put work into it. I'm gonna actually show you one of the apartments.
Okay.
And this property now, the mortgage on it as we speak right now is $960, basically. That's including taxes, insurance, everything. So essentially $1,000 a month for this mortgage.
Wow. For how many units?
And this is a 3-family as well.
That's insane. That's one of my units. That's how much I'm paying for a single family in my town.
Now, this property today is worth about I'm gonna say $350 it's worth.
You go.
And say again?
How about the garage? Is that an income stream?
No, I haven't done anything with it yet. I've been actually thinking about making it an ADU.
What's the ADU?
Because that's where, oh God, I forgot the acronym for it. Don't hold my breath. Some of the people in the comment section will say it. But basically the ADU, the cities allow you to build another living facility or apartment on a property like above a garage, let's just say. And they'll permit you for doing it. Then of course you have to go through the entire process. They approve it for you, and then that you provide. It's an extra apartment. So I understand I'll be able to do that with this garage. So I might go through the process of doing that. But as far as the building in itself, this is a 3-family, all 3-bedroom apartments in this building. Okay. So once again, I told you guys that the mortgage on it, taxes and insurance, just to make it a round number, The mortgage on this property, just to make it a round number for taxes and insurance, is $1,000.
Gotcha.
So right now, the first floor, which I'm about to take you into, I'm getting $1,500 a month for that one. So that one apartment is going to cover all expenses and give me a $500 net cash flow.
Gotcha.
The second floor apartment, I'm getting undervalued, but I'm getting $1,300. And on the third floor, I'm getting an additional $1,300. So this property itself as well is netting me approximately roughly another $3,000 in net income. So just off of the 3 properties that I just took you guys
Good
to,
Lord, that's 10
I'm
grand.
doing over $10,000 in net income just between 3 properties.
And it's a 3-family.
And this is a 3-family. And I haven't even taken you to half of what I own.
Let's go inside.
So let's go inside here. So this tenant moved out of this apartment about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Good terms, bad terms, didn't pay, end the lease.
They couldn't afford the rent, and then of course because
$600.
No, they were paying $925, but the
Still.
market rate for the apartment should have been around $1,300 because of the pandemic. So all the tenants that weren't paying their rent, thank you for helping to increase the rents. So now that this tenant moved, the place was horrendous, man. Cat smell, dog crap, all the floors, whatever. So now this apartment is almost completely renovated. I already got a new tenant that's going to be moving in sometime this week, and the rent for this apartment now is going to be $1,500. So
Wow.
walk on in. It's almost done.
Feels good in here. Yeah. What type of climate control do you use around here?
Fans. Fans.
No air conditioning here?
There's no air conditioning unless the tenants are gonna put in their own window units, but there's no air conditioning in here.
It's cool in here.
One of the tricks that I want to tell everybody is that these are existing cabinets. So originally the cabinets were these old, ugly wood colors, but why would you rip this up? There's nothing wrong. They don't make them like these anymore.
Nope, I would not take those out.
Yeah, so what we did is we painted them.
These are built in here, man.
Yeah, we're gonna add another coat of paint. But one of the biggest things that we did is that we changed the door handles to it to give it a little bit more modern feel.
Hardware makes a big difference.
On top of that, you don't want to put granite in C-class apartments. I did do that before, where I was putting granite in C-class apartments, and it's not worth it. So what I did do was put granite looking for mica. So
I'm good with that.
It looks good.
It looks beautiful, Will.
Yeah, but the place is gonna look even that much better when it gets cleaned up. We put waterproof laminate flooring, wood-looking flooring.
That looks like it's throughout.
Yeah, it's throughout the whole place. So
we're using the same stuff.
Yeah.
This looks like are these clicked together or are they sheets? Okay.
They clicked together.
They did a good job on that, though.
Yes.
You got a good floor guy.
Yes. One of the things that I want to show you guys, which is extremely important, I do the little things where I change all of the. You want to meet one of my tenants?
If you let us.
Let me say hello to.
Oh man, let's see what they say.
No, come pop. I'm gonna show you. No pop around. I just wanted to show my favorite tenant.
You lock me out?
No, this is one of my favorite tenants over here. I'm sorry about the camera. You see how pretty you look? You looking
pretty.
You looking to get in trouble now. You looking to get in trouble. Look how cute this woman looks. You're gonna get herself in trouble. I just want to introduce you. I told people you're one of my favorite tenants. I just want you to say hello.
Hi.
Wow.
That's all I need you for. Everything good?
Everything good.
Okay, good.
You're back around again today?
Nah, I've been out here all weekend, man. I'm talking. Yeah. So this is one of the bedrooms here.
We got that one. We did that one already.
We did. This is one bedroom.
That's when your
here.
tenant came in.
Okay. This is the bathroom over here. It's not 100% done. Don't forget, guys, we almost done with the place. But this is actually the wall. This used to be pink, and the tub was like an ugly green.
Just glazed it.
But you don't rip it out. You glaze it. But we got to put another coat so you get the nice shine on it. So it's almost done with there. We ran the laminate flooring throughout as well here.
I see, Welby.
Yes.
I see you got wainscoting on the walls here. Go ahead and knock them out with that.
Oh, the reason why we put the wainscoting on the walls because the wall behind it was completely
trash.
So yeah, you can rip it out and stuff like that. But you listen, you're here to give a good product, but at the same time you want it to look good. So the wall itself, we mitigated what was the causes of the issue with the wall, made it structurally sound, and then we put the wainscoting over it. So by the time everything is completed, we put the vanity in here, spruce up everything. It's gonna look beautiful. So
that wainscoting is waterproof, dog.
The thing is that as an investor, you have to be extremely protective of your money. You can't let the contractors just run rampant, because if it's up to the contractor, they'd rip everything out. If you also notice, these are wood panel walls. Most people would just take these wood panel walls and rip them out.
Yeah.
You don't rip out these wood panel walls. You keep these wood panel walls, because what ends up happening, if you prep the walls properly and then you what do you call that?
Prime it.
Prime it properly, and then put a nice quality paint, not the cheap paint, like the nice quality Sherman-Williams paint. It gives it character that looks extremely good.
It's
so
like
that's one of the tricks.
Wood grain on there.
Yeah, that's a trick. Those are some of the tricks that are the trade that I've learned not to do. One of the most important things I want you guys to pay attention to is this. Well, you see it in here. You see the electric baseboards?
Yeah.
You see the electric baseboards? Yeah. Now, all of my apartments, for the most part, they have dated furnaces. To replace an entire furnace, and especially if it's a 3-family, that means you have to replace 3 furnaces. If depending on what your contractors would charge you, each furnace could potentially cost you $10,000 to $15,000 per furnace. So just alone in furnaces, you end up spending $30,000 to $45,000. What I do is I eliminate the furnaces and I convert all of my apartments to electric heat. So the tenants, so that's why if you look in the wall, the bedrooms, each of these bedrooms have these thermostats, because each bedroom you could control it with its own zones. On top of that, one of the best things that I love about having electric baseboard heat is when in the wintertime. Wintertime exposes the quality of the property that you have. Everything works well. Everything is cool when it's summertime. If you have drafty windows, you don't even give a damn if it's a drafty window, because it's warm out. So the drafty window makes the place cooler. But in the wintertime, it's going to expose the quality of your insulation, your windows, and your heat. So what I did by having the electric baseboards, I eliminate the responsibility of providing heat off of my shoulders 100%. Wow. So if the tenant doesn't pay their electric bill and there's no heat, they can't pass it on to me saying that I'm a slumlord because there's no heat, because I didn't provide heat. You don't have heat because you didn't pay your electric bill. And then with that also, that eliminates maintaining a furnace. So everybody knows the service costs of servicing furnaces are extremely expensive. So I eliminate that. So what you see here in this building, in this apartment, pretty much all of my apartments mirror themselves. The same color scheme, the same type of flooring, the same type of heating.
Let me ask you, I want to ask you about the closet space, Welby, so I'm transparent with my ground-uppers. It would be challenging for me to rent in my market a small closet like that, and I'm seeing that indicative of all your bedrooms.
Yes, your apartments are more in the class B plus area. Would it be? This, I mean this with utmost respect. This is more a class C neighborhood.
C, low C. C minus.
I'm gonna give my neighborhood a C plus.
Okay, cool. All right.
So we're in a C plus area. So and then in the neighborhood that we're in. Because in the same Waterbury area, I could take you to areas where it's more high-end, where you would find granite countertops, and you would find larger space bedrooms and stuff like that. But in the rental areas and stuff like that, these are pretty much the standard sizes for that.
This is the thing. Okay, I want people to see this. I mean, because, it would be rough. I don't even know. It would be challenging. In different areas, different closet spaces. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Gotcha. I want y'all to notice that stuff. Welby, you doing it with the small closet space.
Oh, I'm doing it, man. Like I said before, like this building here, you'll look at the average investor in this market with this same building. They're lucky if they're doing $700-800 in net income a month, while I'm doing over $3,000 a month for the same building. Sweet. You know, Sweet. And I have an appreciation or an equity. My balance on this property is roughly around $80,000. is what I have, and this building is worth in the mid threes at the moment, you know. But at the same time too, I don't want that to get over people's head. I really don't care about the equity value of it because I'm not refinancing out. I'm not doing the burst strategy. I'm not cashing anything out on this property. I'm happy that I do have tremendous value, you know. So between these last 3 properties I showed you, that's got to be about 1.2, 1.3 million in real estate. And when we're talking about debt, I'm in debt with those properties under 400,000.
That's crazy.
So now I'm not even. So now when we talk about not being over leveraged, I'm not over leveraged with none of my properties. And once again, I didn't even give you a third of the properties that I own over here. So the steps I just showed you is what I do. The processes I showed you is what I do with all of the properties that I own over here.